AB, are you frozen? All right, guys. Looks like AB's frozen up. So you back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right, there we go, man. Sorry about that, dude.
I was wondering.
It's storming bad here in Nashville, man. How we
Oh,
doing, buddy? You
it's
doing all right?
beautiful here, man.
Yeah, how we doing?
Good, man. 80 degrees here, so sun's out. All good.
Yep. All right, jump into it, buddy. I'm going to try to fix my internet real quick. Break into your picks. What you got?
All right, man. I got 2 plays today we're going with. I've got the Yankees minus a 1.5 against the Chicago White Sox. Man, this is going to be a fun race. The Yankees are down by 2 for the division going against Toronto. Well, with Toronto, Yankees have 3 against Chicago White Sox coming up. Then they got 3 against Baltimore. Those are all going to be at home for them. Toronto's got 3 against Boston and then 3 with Tampa Bay. They just split with Tampa Bay, too, I think, the 2 series ago. So these races are going to be interesting coming down to the last 5-6 games, which each team has. So my next play is going to be on the Dodgers. Ohtani pitching tonight, so I'm taking them in the first 5, giving up the half a run. Dodgers find themselves 2.5 games up in the division versus the Padres. Dodgers are going to be away against Arizona, and then they go to Seattle for the last 3. So that's going to be interesting. The Padres, on the other hand, are at home for the last. They got 5 left. They got 2 against the Brewers, and then they got 3 against Arizona. So I think that's going to be a fun race. Also, man, I was telling you, at the trade deadline, I put in a parlay with the Phillies, the Brewers, and the Padres winning each division. That's a plus 3,000 play for me. So hoping the Padres can get it done and we get that one in. Also, man, I'm looking forward to this weekend. We got some great college football, man, and you've been killing it on those. So I can't wait to hear your breakdown here in a little bit. So that's where I'm at. Did you get that internet fixed yet?
I think so. Can you hear me okay? How we doing?
I got you.
Nice, man. Hey, great job, man. Great work. And, yeah, love these 2 plays. And you're right. It's going to be fun this last week of Major League Baseball. These races.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good races there, especially with the Dodgers being away for the last 6. So.
Yep. That's a good call, man. All right, big dog. I'll drop you off here. Anything, any final thoughts before we go?
No, man, that's all I got, man. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know the Hurricanes are off, and they got that big game against FSU coming up in 2 weeks. So looking forward to that a lot.
Dude, I'm looking forward to that, too. I can't wait, man. Big Tony, hey, great job as always, buddy. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Talk to you later.
See you, bud. All right, man. Big thanks to our man, Big Tony there. All right, now, I don't have any additional plays for today. I got a ton of college football here that we're going to go through in week 5. We're going to go through the entire top 25, best bets, picks, all that. But want to make sure that Big Tony, I appreciate you again, man, coming through for us with the plays. So Tony's going to be on the Yankees minus 1.5, minus 120, as well as the Dodgers first 5, minus half a run at minus 110. Okay, let's jump into it. College football week 5. Now, real quick. TJ, tonight I have dinner with my mom. It's my daughter's 9th birthday tomorrow, so we're celebrating with her tonight, and then lots of fun. I can't believe I'm the father of a 9-year-old. Congratulations, man. That's awesome, bro. And happy birthday to her, and I hope you all have a great time, man, because she deserves it. That's great, buddy. All right, let's jump into college football. Week 5. Hard to believe we're already at week 5. Now, let's start off with the picks, as we always do. And then we're going to go through the games. So first one, LSU Ole Miss. I'm going to do it. I'm taking the over 54.5. This game is either going to be like 65 points or 16 points. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's going to be any in between. It's either going to be offensive explosions on both sides or it's going to be a defensive battle. I don't see it being anywhere in between. That said, I'm going to take my shot on the over. I think LSU's got something to prove. I think Ole Miss has got something to prove. This one's going to be in Oxford, Mississippi. Let me just tell you as well, if you're not familiar with these 2 teams, these are absolute rivals, absolute hated rivalry. Yeah. Cheesy going. Ole Miss. First off, Big Cheesy, good to see you, big bro. How we doing, man? Ole Miss minus 1.5. Yeah. This one's going to get wild, man. Like, Think about that, what you just saw again. Ole Miss is the favorite. We'll talk about this game here in a minute, but I'm going to take the over of 54.5 here. Yeah. Kiffin playing chess with his daughter. You're funny, Jesus. All right, let's go Oregon plus 3.5. We're going to take Oregon, big game against Penn State. This one is going to be massive, massive, massive. We're going to take Oregon here on the plus 3.5. But again, I mean, this is a top 5 matchup with Oregon on the road, right? They're the underdogs for a reason. And this is nothing against Penn State. I think they're good too. But if you're going to give me Oregon plus 3.5, I'll take it. Florida State, big matchup Friday night. We'll talk more about this game in a second. Minus 6.5 against Virginia. They're on the road. Virginia's a good football team. But I'm going to grab Florida State minus 6.5 when we can get it now. Some books have already gone to 7. I'm grabbing it before it's fully gone. Give me Florida State minus 6.5. Kansas minus 4.5. We'll talk more about this game here in just a second, but I'm feeling Kansas with the points. Western Kentucky. We'll talk more about this too. Minus 4.5. I think this game could be a really, really nice game for Western. All right, now into the parlay section here. Ohio State money line parlayed with Georgia money line. Okay, Ohio State going up against Washington, Georgia going against Alabama. So give me Ohio State and Georgia parlayed together, plus 115. And then give me Florida State, all right, again, on Friday night against Virginia, paired with Tennessee on the money line. Tennessee is on the road Saturday against Mississippi State. And let me tell you, don't sleep on Mississippi State. Tennessee ranked 15th. We'll talk about this game in a second. Tennessee's a 7.5 point favorite. Gross. Don't want anything to do with it. I'm not saying this is a trap game, but I'm saying that it's a road game. It's in Starkville, Mississippi. It's going to be loud, cowbells, all that, right? Be careful that Tennessee spread. We'll talk more about it, but I'm going to knock that thing down to straight up money line, and I'm going to play that with Florida State. All right, minus 120. It's not the greatest juice for a parlay ever, but fine with me. I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'm good with it. All right, so these are the plays. We'll get back to them in a second, but let's go through our top 25 and what we have for this week. So we have games, ranked games on Friday night. We've got 2 of them. Action Jackson, first off, was good, man. Good to see you, bub. Second off, love Kansas minus 4.5. I agree, man. Hawk, them dogs going to win on a beautiful night next to the lake. Man, I would love to be there. We'll talk about this game in a second. That's a bucket list place for me. I want to go to UW, man, and just see it. I haven't been up there. I'd love to check out a game. I'd love to check out everything, man. Go to a Mariners game, Seahawks, like all that stuff. Like that's kind of like, I think that's my next like bucket list deal is Pacific Northwest. All right, so yeah, Friday, man, we've got 2 ranked games here. So Florida State at Virginia, 8th ranked Florida State, 6.5 point favorite, a total of 59.5. Again, if you're looking to get 6.5, do it as fast as possible because they're going to 7. Now, I say that because Virginia is a good football team. All right, they're 3-1, 1-0 in the ACC. They're playing good football. And this is a Friday night. It's a different kind of a week. It's on the road if you're Florida State. All right. But here's the deal with Florida State. We've talked about it all year that Coach Norvell, look, man, he's been through hell. Scott, got to run. Scott, good to see you, Bubba. Have a good day, okay? Yeah, look, Florida State, they're just going to be on a scoring frenzy, man, every week. That being said, I mean, they're not going to put up 70 on Virginia. That ain't happening, right? But I'm just feeling Florida State right now. It's one of those to where you ever been broke your whole life, then you come in a little bit of money. Let me tell you this, the last thing you ever want to do is run out of that money. You know what I mean? And Florida State, in terms of points, that's their currency. And they are just kicking ass. it's one of those. He's going to keep it going. So, yeah, give me Florida State here. All right, TCU, Arizona State. Again, it's a big game. Tizzle, he's feeling the points here. Arizona State at home, 2.5-point favorite. Total of 55.5. I agree with you. I think that we are going to see points in this game. I really do. TCU is a hell of a football team, but Arizona State is a good football team. Again, they're giving the books are giving respect here to Arizona State with that 2.5. TCU coming off a big win against SMU. Tizzle, I think I feel you on the points. I don't have a play on this. If you're looking to include either of these teams, in a money line, like a little 2-leg money line parlay, both teams are live. Spreads are live. Yeah, you got a lot you can bet on here. But yeah, I don't have a play yet. If you're watching this later in the week, we record this on Tuesday afternoon. Okay. So yeah, we might have a play on this. Like I feel the over. I really do. Action Jackson said facts, AB. Hell yeah. Dude. Being broke, being bad, that has a lasting feeling. You remember that. You know what I mean? Florida State's like, no, we got money now. No, we're going to keep printing. Printers don't stop. I feel him. If I was Mike Norvell, I'd be doing the exact same thing. Hard to beat me when I put up 70. You know what I mean? Florida State's playing hype, man. I like it. Yeah, Tizzle, over 26.5 first half could be a move too. Those first half plays have been money. Yeah, that's a good call, right? And especially Friday night, West Coast, it's not an early game either. We're going to talk about this USC game. It's a big game, man, for both of these teams, right? But it's so early. I'm fascinated to see how that plays out. But yeah, I feel you on that one. All right, jumping over here on Saturday. Number 16, Georgia Tech on the road against Wake Forest. Wake Forest, not a bad football team. You see Georgia Tech, a 13.5-point favorite, total of 53.5. If you're looking to play Georgia Tech, go ahead and get that 13.5 now before it goes to 14 and 14.5, because then you're talking about a whole other, drive of scoring, right? Either a field goal or a touchdown there. Georgia Tech playing good football. Now, 13.5's a lot. Remember that Georgia Tech's a team that's going to run the football with their quarterback, right? They'll throw the ball too, but they're a team that's going to move the football methodically, a time of possession type team. You know what I mean? So, points can get tough because Georgia Tech also goes in that mode when they're up. They're not that concerned about scoring. They are concerned about running the clock, and they could do that very well. What I'm getting at, man, is be careful with Georgia Tech at a lot of points. Now, they're a good football team, and they can cover, but they're a team that, when you start looking at key numbers here, 13.5, 14, 14.5, they're a team, play your margins. You know what I mean? Every point matters. It's one thing when you have a high score, a Miami, right? Tennessee that scores, 50-something points. You've got room that you could work around with. With teams like Georgia Tech, you don't. You know what I mean? So be careful there. But again, they're a damn good football team. All right, USC, Illinois. So these times are central. I'm in Nashville, so adjust your clocks accordingly. 11 a.m. Central, man. USC at Illinois. USC 4-0, 2-0 in the Big Ten. Illinois 3-1, 0-1 in the Big Ten, coming off that, quite frankly, a drubbing to Indiana. Indiana, good football team. Now, I throw this to my West Coast folks. How much does this start time affect you? Big Jeff, got to run. Thanks, AB. Jeff, good to see you, buddy. Have yourself a good Tuesday, okay? We'll talk to you, man. Yeah, West Coast folks, talk to me here. How much does this start, does that affect you in terms of playing USC? Whether you like USC or don't like USC, either way it's fine, right? But USC is 6.5-point favorite, a total of 60.5. That's just so many points. So, yeah, I mean, somebody help me out. I'm just not sure what to do with it right now. I mean, USC's playing its tail off. Like, there's no reason to bet against USC right now. But the question is, like, are we going to get the points? Scott, Illinois is in a great spot this week. Yeah, that's what worries me, right? They're at home, early start, physical team. Yeah, I'm fascinated with it. Justin, only thing it affects is if you want to try and get a last minute bet in. Way too early. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Big Luke, Notre Dame season ticket holder here. Their defense has been disappointing so far. Oh my goodness. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Yeah, that's been brutal, man. Big John Golden. John, good to see you, brother. How we doing, man? Love you too, big bro. So good to see you, man. I hope you're well, buddy. Oh man, so good to see you. Tizzle, USC's defense is suspect, but the offense is a track team. I agree. Like, that's the thing, is it's like, are we going to get the points? Scott, look at the time of the game. That's 80 in body clocks. Yeah, I agree. Rick, under USC hits overs at home, unders on the road. There we go. All right, there we go. Luke, Illinois covers. All right. Yeah, like I throw it to you guys. Like, I trust you on this, right? Illinois is a good football team. That under 60.5. I like that look. Scott, AB, I've already bet Illinois. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, all I needed to know right there. Beautiful work. All right. All right. Yeah, Luke, let's jump into this. Notre Dame and Arkansas. Okay. Notre Dame 1-2. Arkansas 2-2. Matty, I said, gang, what up? What up, bro? Good to see you. All right, Notre Dame, a 3.5-point favorite on the road. Total of 64.5. 64.5, man. Big John said, doing well. Thanks for asking. Michigan chatting all the time. You the man, just chopping it up. Big bro, man. I miss you too, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah. That's a damn good dude right there. Tyler, Arkansas's offense is not the issue. No, it's not. No. That's what's scary here. Rick, Notre Dame, you going Notre Dame? Tyler, their defense is especially bad. Yeah. I'll be at that game. Okay, there we go. Well, Arkansas is dead to me, but it's a no bet for me. Yeah, it's a scary game. Scott, Arkansas will beat Notre Dame this week. Arkansas circled this game preseason. They will be extra ready for this game. See, that's a good point. And remember this too. Arkansas just got upset by Memphis. And look, Memphis is a good football team. But the way Arkansas lost, like, that was a win. They turned a win into a loss. So how do they bounce back? They're at home. They bounce back strong or not? And then Notre Dame, I mean, they've been on the rails ever since the first snap of the season. Feels like it came 10,000 miles an hour. And can I also say this? Can we pay respect to Notre Dame on this schedule? Jesus Christ. I mean, Notre Dame always has had, a big time schedule, and respect to them on it. But damn, the schedule's been out of control. Is Notre Dame in the SEC now? What is this, the second SEC game in 4 weeks? That's crazy. Luke, Arkansas sneaky good. Lost to another sneaky Memphis team. Notre Dame needs to mollywop Arkansas. Purdue shouldn't have put up 20, let alone 30. Yeah, agreed. I mean, Notre Dame, like, we bet on Notre Dame on the team total last week, and there was no hesitation on that. Like, Notre Dame was going to come out and whoop that ass, and they did. They both have to win this game. So we'll see. All right, Utah State at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's playing. You want to talk about a team playing its butts off. That's Vanderbilt. Now, the books, look at this number here. Vanderbilt, 21.5-point favorite, a total of 59.5. Let me tell you, I'm here in Nashville, not far down the street from Vanderbilt. The vibes are extremely high, as they should be. 4-0, ranked 18th in the country. Vanderbilt playing incredible football right now. Yeah, Rick said over in Utah State Vandy. I agree. Like, these are two teams, both of them are scoring points. Utah State's scoring as well. It's not like they're terrible, you know? Yeah, I would take the points because, look, Vandy has one mode, and it's go. And I respect it. It's the exact same. If I were coaching Vanderbilt, it's the exact same mentality I would have. We're not good enough to stop and start. Like, no, it's going to be 60 minutes of let's go. And we'll let the dust settle at the end. And it's absolutely working for that team. And it works for the quarterback. It works for the coaching staff. I used to work with some of the guys on the coaching staff. They know what they're doing in recruiting. They know what they're doing. This is an excellent football coaching staff. I'm just telling you, they're fantastic. Clark Lee, Barton Simmons is their GM. They absolutely know what they're doing. Yeah, Diego Pavia's got them boys humming. Absolutely, he does. So, look, notice what the books are doing with that 21.5. All right, key number of 21. Think of how football is scored, 3s and 7s. So the book is saying 21 points, and we're going to make you pay a little tax. So be careful that 21.5. If you want to play Vanderbilt, I'd find a way to get it down to 20.5. I'd get it under 21. But if you're playing the points, let it rip. I mean, obviously, you don't have to mess anything with the spread. These teams just go. Big JG, take Washington with them points. Hell yeah. All right. I like it. You dub, babe. Luke, Tavi damn near about to start collecting. Dude, I know. Yeah, I got you, Poppy. Yeah. Dude. Yeah. Oh, man, it's been bet to 8.5. All right. So, yeah, I like points in that Utah State Vanderbilt game. Again, we're recording this on Tuesday of the week, each week. So, yeah, we got time to put in more plays as we go, but just getting a good start off. All right. Ohio State, number 1 in the country at UW, man. Washington here. All right. Ohio State, 8.5-point favorites, a total of 51.5. All right. So we're blessed here that we've got Ohio State folks, we got Big Ten folks, and we got Washington folks. So I need your help here. Spread and total. Ohio State, they've been winning games, roughly on average 35-7. But it's a different beast. Washington 3-0, feeling good, as they should. 8.5-point dogs at home. Now, I wouldn't mind moving that 8.5 to like a 10.5. Yeah, Rick Funcannon, Jr. I'm going to Washington plus 10.5. That line is long gone now, though. Yeah, it is. Now, again, we're not advocating for teasing in college football games. That being said, though, I think it's going to be a battle. I'm excited to see it. But, yeah, I love that play of trying to get that Washington number up. What do we think about the total? 51.5. Like, if you had to just whiteboard, like, okay, let's do an exercise really quick. Don't overthink it. Don't think about it. What is the final score of Ohio State and Washington? Like, I don't want you to think about it. Like, I want the first thing that pops in your head. Write it in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to sit and analyze it. Like, I want your gut. Give me the gut play on Ohio State, Washington. Scott, Ohio State 34, Washington 23. Okay. So 57 points. Looking at the over there. Tizzle, 38-17. There we go. Looking at the over there. Matty Boy, Ohio State, and lay 'em. Luke said 30-17, so we got an under there. My boy Hawk, 31-28, UW. Let's go. Got an over on that one. Whale, Ohio State 38-10. Got an under there. Bibbo, my boy, what's good, brother? How we doing, man? 34-21, got an over there. So, yeah, like, I kind of dig the over here too, but these two teams, like, that's the hard part. You guys know more than me. Like, both of these teams have good defenses. Big Scott going 35-34, Ohio State. Okay. Definitely going over on that. There we go. Yeah, keep dropping them in, right? And feel free to keep doing it. Like, I do that all the time. Like, when I'm looking at a slate, like when I'm starting, you know, on the week or a game or whatever, like, that's literally the first thing that I do. Like, final score in my gut. And then I just kind of work from there. It doesn't mean that, like, I lock in on that, but you can kind of adjust and say, maybe there won't be as many points, or maybe I'm underplaying it. You know what I mean? I like doing that. Just getting a starting point. LSU Ole Miss. Here we go. Number 4, LSU on the road. Number 13, Ole Miss. Both teams 4-0. Both teams undefeated in the SEC. Ole Miss, a 1.5-point favorite, and a total of 54.5. So we're on the over in this game. Luke, Ohio State Washington game is a pass for me. Yeah, I see that. It's a game that could go two different ways. 34-23 is what Vegas thinks as well. That spread and total could call. Scott, I love LSU. Grab the plus 1.5 with LSU. Yeah, this is one of those games where it could be a blowout on both sides. It could be super tight. Again, Japan, let them know these two teams, they don't like each other. They hate each other. Their fan bases don't like each other. They know each other. These people went to high schools together. Like, I'm just telling you, Ole Miss and LSU is closer than the mileage seems, if that makes sense. It just is. It's an old SEC West rivalry. Luke, LSU Ole Miss game of the week, in my opinion. Clemson win isn't aging well for LSU, and the Florida win is teetering the same aging. If LSU beats Ole Miss, they're for real. Kiffin's best offense at Ole Miss, in my opinion. Absolutely agree with every sentence there. Yep. And, the thing with LSU, Garrett Nussmeier, hey, barely middle, the Billy Cannon run. 100%, man. Yes. This thing goes back, way back. Yeah. Yeah, Luke, I completely agree with you. Now, this is Kiffin's best offense. Hey, doing it backup quarterback, right? Like LSU with Garrett Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier is an accuracy machine. They just got to let it rip. Sometimes they get a little too conservative. Tizzle, LSU has the experience. Yeah, it's fascinating. LSU does have the experience, and Brian Kelly's a hell of a football coach. Like, he won a lot of games at Notre Dame, but Lane Kiffin has a resume of a 70-year-old coach. He started. Lane Kiffin was the head coach of It's absurd. The historic coaching background that Lane Kiffin has. It's incredible. Mental. Kelly plays not to lose way too much. Way too much. Way too much. Bibbo, LSU Ole Miss is a good min-max game, I think. I agree with that. All right, jumping over. Auburn, Texas A&M. All right, this game's all about how does Auburn bounce back. Auburn 3-1. Heartbreaking loss to Oklahoma. Texas A&M, 9th in the country. 3-0. A&M a 6.5-point favorite. Total of 52.5. Yeah, no play on this one yet. How does Auburn bounce back? It's been a crazy week for Auburn. All around. That Oklahoma loss. Bruce Pearl's gone. He might be running for Senate. Tommy Tuberville's running for governor. It's all over the board. But Auburn's got a good football team. And if I know who Hugh Freeze, I don't know Hugh Freeze, but if we know him like we think we know him, Auburn should bounce back strong. Tyler, Auburn not being ranked is wild. I know we talked about that in the morning show, but still, I agree. I don't understand it at all. I have no idea how it would even enter anyone's mind to punish Auburn. Now, I'm not saying that you got to move them up, but Jesus, that Oklahoma team is for real. And Auburn went toe-to-toe with them on the road. I don't get it. I would not have moved anything with Auburn. I would have just left them where they were. They played a hell of a game, man. Scott, go Iowa under point total, Indiana to win big. Luke, a bit suspect line of 54.5. Guess would be closer to 60. Logic is over. Gut saying under, may live bet over. Yep. I agree there. All right. Yeah. Indiana, Iowa. Indiana 4-0. Iowa 3-1. Indiana 7.5-point favorite. A total of 48.5. Look, man, nothing against Iowa. Nothing. But even with that bad line of 7.5, and the books did that on purpose, by the way, I would have done it too. If you're going to bet Indiana, I'm going to make you pay that tax. Okay? Books can tax you in two ways. They can tax you in juice, or they can tax you adding in a hook, adding in a little bad line outside of a key number. And that's what they've done here. But there could be a conversation that after a massive win that Indiana had last week, blowing out Illinois, that they have a letdown this week. But I don't think Indiana's built like that. I think Indiana's built to go. Period. Let me say, we don't have a play on it, but number one, Indiana moneyline parlay. That you might have to do a little work with your dance partner there, and it might be a little risky of a play, right? But if you can get that juice down right, Indiana's a hell of a they feel like a hell of a moneyline parlay play if you can get it. I don't hate playing the 7.5. I don't know how good Iowa is. We're gonna find out. But I think I've got an idea. And when I say I mean, we, right? I think we've got a pretty good idea that Indiana is pretty damn good. And I don't think that they give two flips about anybody's feelings or anything else. They're here to score, period. They're like Florida State. You know what I mean? They and Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt doesn't put up the points necessarily. Vanderbilt can put up points, but in terms of just the attitude, we're just going to come out and we're just going to overwhelm you and just keep going. And that's what Indiana does, and it's working for them. This is a nightmare game for Iowa because here's the problem. Okay? If you're betting this game, here's the problem. Iowa Iowa is excellent in low-scoring games, right? Like, that's their, if you look at it like, how do I say this? If you look at this, like, Iowa's, best weapon is getting you in a mud fight. But while that's their best weapon, it's also their biggest weakness. Because if Iowa gets down, there's nowhere to go, buddy. I don't have a planet yet, but I'd be careful with Iowa because if it gets out of hand, and it could, it's going to take Iowa 12 plays to score on drive. Like, this is not a good matchup for Iowa. And let me tell you this. If I were betting Indiana first half would be a look. Indiana first quarter would be a look. Because if I'm Indiana, I know all I got to do is get ahead. If I get ahead, however I have to do it, then that's hell for you. So knowing the way that Indiana's coached, that's exactly what I would be doing. Any means necessary. Get up 7-0. Because that immediately puts you into danger mode, right? And when teams go into danger mode, man, you just stop playing like yourself. Now, if Iowa can muddy this thing up, that ain't good for Indiana. But I don't know. Iowa's going to be holding on, boy. You know what I mean? You ever see those pictures of, a bird in a hurricane that's just holding on? Like, that might be Iowa in this game. So keep an eye there. All right, Tennessee, Mississippi State. Tennessee 3-1, 0-1 in the SEC. That loss being the overtime loss to Georgia. And then Mississippi State 4-0. Mississippi State's first SEC game. Let me tell you, Mississippi State's a good football team. They're young, coaching staff, but there's a vibe there. This could be an ugly game. We've bet on Tennessee a lot already this season, and we've been pretty accurate in how we look at them. And this could be the disgusting game. I'm not saying play the under of 62.5, but what I am saying is watch that total. If that total keeps going up and keeps going up and keeps going up, let it crest and look at the under. Now, dangerous saying that with Tennessee and Mississippi State because they can both score points. And their defenses aren't really something to, not the 85 Bears, but I don't know. This could be a 37-20 game. Right? Like, think about this. Think about if Tennessee wins 37-20. You cover the spread. Like, I trust the spread more than I trust the total. If that tells you anything. Tennessee's going to score. There's no question. I don't know if it's going to be 60 again. Right? But they're going to score. I don't care who you are. They did it to Georgia, like put 50 on Georgia. Right? Absolutely printing. So, yeah, like I trust Tennessee with the spread more than I do the. I'm not saying play the under now, but I'm saying if that 62 becomes 64, 65, right? Yeah, this could be an ugly game. Tizzle, I think Nico did y'all a favor. Aguilar's been money. Oh, God, yes. UCLA lost the hell out of that trade. Joey Aguilar's been absolute money. 100%. And his deep ball is beautiful. Nico can't throw a deep ball to save his life. And I'm just being honest. Yeah, dude. Aguilar's got it. But this could be an ugly game. That 7.5. Ugh, the books are doing it again. Mississippi State barely survived Arizona State at home. Tennessee still has a bitter taste in their mouths from Georgia. Statement game for Tennessee. I see them rolling big. Yep. And let me tell you this, too. Let me give you a little insight here as well. Tennessee had this same game last year. You remember Tennessee playing Arkansas on the road and lost? I flip and assure you that Josh Heupel's been saying that all week. Now, they still made the playoff last year, but that loss hurt them. Tennessee might have been playing a home game and not having to play Ohio State and get boat raced, right? I just knowing Josh Heupel, I can 1,000,000% tell you that he's screaming that through a bullhorn all week. So you're going to get Tennessee. And you're going to get points. I just don't know how many of them. You see what I'm saying? And Mississippi State is not bad. Like they are not a bad football team. Now, again, first conference game, but they're better. They're better. Big Luke, Josh had the boys ready. He just nailed it. They won't have it happen twice in a row. Agreed. Ben Decker said, "Go Bucks." Yeah. Vols fans didn't even sit down with their popcorn yet. It was 21-0. Had to hand over the sticks. Oh man, that was a fun run to watch Ohio State last year. That was a treat, man. All right, Arizona, Iowa State. Yeah, these two fun teams. Arizona 3-0, Iowa State 4-0. Iowa State 6.5-point favorite, total of 49.5. If you want Iowa State, bet that 6.5 where it goes to 7.5, right? But again, that's if you want Iowa State. You guys give me a breakdown on Arizona. I mean, I've seen them, but what do you think? You feeling zone on the road here? Iowa State, they've been a little bit of a beast, man. I'll rock with them. Total of 49.5. Do we like that over? Going to be in Ames, Iowa. I could see points in this one. I don't have a play on it yet. But Iowa State money line, that could be something for a money line parlay. Drop in the chat. Let me know what you think. All right, Oregon, Penn State. Massive game. Number 6, Oregon. Number 3, Penn State. Both undefeated. Penn State's first Big Ten game. Oregon 1-0 in the Big Ten. Penn State 3.5-point favorite, total of 52.5. The books absolutely put these numbers here on purpose. 3.5, 52.5. Key numbers. Yeah. Justin said, bear down all the way around. There we go. Zona, baby. All right. I'm on Oregon plus 3.5. Let me say it. Penn State, prove me wrong. Now, I got a ton of respect for Penn State. Got a ton of respect for James Franklin. I watched James Franklin in Nashville. Kicking ass, winning 9-10 games on the reg with Vanderbilt. And that wasn't a normal thing. But it goes back to the quote-unquote big game with James Franklin, even though he got him to the playoff last year. Give me Oregon. I'll take it. If you're going to give me Oregon plus 3.5, I'm going to take it. I'll take the Ducks plus 3.5. If you're going to give me on the other side of the key number, I'll do it. Where do we think points are going to come in this game? Tizzle, hard to trust Penn State in a big game. Luke, Oregon and the under. Luke, Oregon money line. Justin, no one expected the Wildcats to be 3-0 this far. They don't look bad at all. No, they don't. I think I'm going to end up taking the points in Ames, Iowa. Yeah, look, I come to you. You know what I mean? He is a dog. Justin, Oregon plus 3.5 is a steal. I think I'm grabbing that now. Me too, man. Look, and I'll say this. This is that type of bet to where if we're proven wrong, we're proven wrong. I'll take the shot. You know what I mean? If you are not looking to, have a risky, like we're gambling here, like we're gambling. Because this game, either team. Right? But look, I trust Oregon and Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning might be becoming my favorite coach in college football, right? Like, this dude is a stud. Now, again, not that James Franklin isn't, and not that Penn State isn't. Penn State's favorite for a reason, right? And it's not just because they're at home. But I don't know, man. This could be a hell of a game. Like, this is one of those games where we're going to find out more. And it's also not a game that's going to define either team, right? Like, you play a good, like the Tennessee-Georgia game. You didn't hear me upset one bit about Tennessee losing. Now, did I want them to win the game? Of course. However, that loss isn't going to hurt Tennessee. Didn't in the rankings, and I don't think it's going to at the end of the year. Now, it's not a win. It doesn't help. And I say that to say, again, I know that I use Tennessee. It's just because I'm located here, right? Like, I'm a Tennessee guy. It's just what I know. So I'm using that to say I think that this game is pretty similar in terms of if we have a good game, it'll actually help both teams because I think that they're both going to go on runs. And these are two college football playoff teams. And they're in the same it's going to be a battle all year of, who wins the damn thing. So I think that if you have a good game, this ain't going to hurt any of it. Same thing with USC and Illinois, right? Like, I look at it the same way. Yeah. So, going to roll with Oregon because, again, I trust them. And, again, it's not that I don't trust Penn State. Penn State has done nothing to say you can't trust them. They have been kicking asses. But I want something on this game. You know what I mean? Like, I want something on the game. And Oregon's pretty damn good. So, yeah, we're gambling in this one. Alabama, Georgia. We're gambling in this one too, boys and girls. 17th ranked Alabama on the road against 5th ranked Georgia. Georgia 2.5, a total of 52.5. Okay. How do you break down these two teams? Okay. Number one, Alabama. Getting better. Alabama is a team. They have questions at the quarterback position. You're going to hear about those all year. You're going to hear about the run game. But this is Georgia week. And you are going to get A-plus effort from Alabama. I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I'm not saying they're going to cover. But I am saying that you are going to get you're going to get the effort from Alabama. That coaching staff is still hearing it. They're going to hear it every week. And this is a big one. It's a big one. Now, apologize. My internet keeps going in and out. Yeah, apologies. My internet's going in and out. I apologize on that. Got some storms out here, but Bringing it back. All right. Alabama and Georgia here. Look, Georgia is a young football team. They're good. Hey, press 1 if you can hear me now. It should be good now. I apologize for that. Georgia's a better football team. They are. Georgia's the better team. I don't mind playing Georgia with the points. I don't mind. We've got Georgia in a money line parlay. All right, perfect. The ones. Thank you. Yeah, and if it strokes up on you, just give it a second. I'll get it back adjusted. I promise. I'm running a damn tethered system here. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Georgia's a better team. Now, does that mean they're going to win? No. It's going to be a hell of a game. That being said, though, Georgia's a better team, and Georgia's better coached, and Georgia's at home. Don't overthink it. And you're going to have points. Let me just tell you, you're going to have points in this game. But, yeah, we're on Georgia in a money line parlay. Don't overthink this game. UMass and Missouri. All right. Missouri, a 43.5-point favorite. I mean, no. Not doing it. 56.5, not doing it. Well, I don't know. I would just stay away from this game. Unless you have a great breakdown of either side, you're going to be playing margins on this one, bro. Right? So, no play from me here. Missouri scoring a ton of points. The biggest thing is motivation. Like, Missouri could score as many points as they want, but how many do they want to? Right? They're going to be looking at this game saying, just win and get the flip out of here. You know? So, yeah. You do you on that one. I got nothing. That's risk right there. BYU, Colorado. Okay. BYU 6.5-point favorite, 3-0 on the road in Boulder. Total of 47.5. Deion's getting a little respect here on that 6.5. It could have been 7.5. This is a tough game. Let me say, I think the best play here is the over of 47.5. So here are my thoughts, and feel free to correct me. Colorado is a circle on the calendar school with Deion there, right? For everybody that they play. Whether Colorado's supposed to win or whether Colorado's supposed to lose. That being said, I think Colorado is better than they look on paper. I don't think they're great. There ain't no Shador back there. There's no Travis Hunter, right? Those dudes could play. But I do think that Deion Sanders, even though he can make some silly decisions like with timeouts and stuff, that gets difficult. Like, I don't get on him about that kind of stuff because that can happen. It happens in the NFL all the time too. I'm not saying it's good, but as for football though, Deion, he could coach. I think he's proven that. Long story short, I actually feel Colorado here, plus 6.5. Luke, yeah, this isn't the same BYU as last year, revenge spot for Deion, but I think BYU wins the battle up front. I agree with that. Right? Like, it's going to be a trench battle. Okay, so number one, definitely agree on that part. Yeah, but Justin, call me crazy, but I like the Buffs to bring it here. I do too. I really do too. I kind of feel Colorado plus 6.5. Kate on Salter, back QB was the right decision. Agreed with that. As a former Tennessee quarterback as well, commit. Salter can play. Yeah, I think I feel Colorado. Now, this is one of those plays that, you could look dumb afterwards. So, if you've got a better read, use your judgment, right? But I do think you get a game out of Colorado here. Like, I'm not saying Colorado's, battling for the college football playoff. They're not. But this feels like a weird spot. Justin, could call this a back against the wall situation like the Dolphins. Buff don't want to start 2-3 with 2 losses in the division at all. Agreed. I completely agree. And look, again, whether anybody likes Dion or doesn't like Dion, it's immaterial right now, right? It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that Dion get them boys up. That's been proven. Luke, Colorado has to establish the run early. Their offense flows better when they can run it. If they get stuffed early, it'll be a long day for the Buffs. Got to get Colorado's O-line some confidence. That's the biggest thing. And that's the concern, too, is that if BYU gets up, So, yeah. Tough call. I don't have a play on it. And, again, if you're watching this later in the week, we record this on Tuesday, so we have time. So we use the show to, set the table, right? Identify the plays that we like already. Jot down, hey, line could move this way, that way. And then games like this need a little bit more time. Justin, Luke come up with some great analysis. Absolutely agree. Luke getting that rookie of the year spot, boy. No, but yeah, Luke, for real. Dude, phenomenal, man. And yeah, anybody, whether you're OG, old school, or brand new, it's all of us together. You know what I mean? So, anyways, we've got time on this BYU Colorado, but yeah, okay, Colorado plus 6.5 might not be the play, but to the point, I do think this does have a back against the wall feel to it. I don't know. Maybe Colorado first half. I don't know. Luke, love the Buffs and Dion. Dude gets too much hate. Yeah, I agree. Now, Dion asked for it too, but Dion's been primetime his whole life. You know what I mean? Like, Dion's just being Dion. He can coach. He can. I think he's gonna have the boys up. The question is gonna be, can they do it for 60 minutes? And I don't know. I don't know. And it's fair to say I don't know. Now, I don't think it's fair to say no, that they can't. And I don't think it's fair to say, yeah, they're absolutely going to do it, because they haven't proven that they will, but they can. So we'll see, man. Can Colorado go for 60 minutes? BYU, Colorado first half, first quarter could be a look. Again, I don't hate BYU minus 6.5. You're getting it under that key number of 7. I would have made you pay the 7.5. Justin, definitely not running the pay window on the bus, but I think the way I'm sensing the revenge in the season can't be a bust. I just know these boys are going to be amped coming out of the gate. Agreed. I completely agree. And, this could be an education game for us, right? Like, it could be where you just kind of jot down, like, I'll say this. I do this a lot of times to where when I'm looking at a game like this, college, NFL, whatever, sometimes I'll simulate a bet. And I won't bet it with real money, but I'll just write down the bet of, like, okay, this is what I think is going to happen. Does it play out? And don't be scared to play that one, but yeah. All right, there we go. All right, we'll get out of here. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. The internet is in and out, so yeah, don't want to freeze it up again. All right, everybody, have a wonderful Tuesday. We'll see you tonight for the Crew Exclusive. All right, see you tonight, Crew Exclusive, 8 p.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and internet hopefully be better tonight, and we will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us?